Aloha, wonderful job today. Let's make sure we're in tune. Here's our high fifth string, high G. Low D, D, low D. G. B. And D. So quick chord review. When we play this instrument when in tune, we get a G major. The reason being is if I take my first finger on that low D string and go D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, my next note on the 5th fret is going to be a G, which should be the same as my next string open. On the G string, G, G sharp, A, B, A sharp, B, and then C. So when we go to here, this note right here should be a B, which is our next string open. And then when we go to the B string, you go B, C, C sharp, D. Our 3rd fret should be the same as our open string, giving us these 3 notes plus our bookend, G major. So what we learned was how to play an open G, play an inversion of that up here. First finger, second finger, third finger, and then bookend. If we take this same thing and go all the way up to the 7th fret, so that 3rd dot right up here, and we play that same shape we were doing right here, it doesn't sound the same because we have G major, G sharp, A sharp, or B flat, then B. However, if we keep our 2 bookmarks right here, bookend, sorry, and then these 2 fingers, flippy flop, so this first finger goes off of the B string, goes to the G string, bloop, and this one that's on the B string goes off the B string, it goes on the G string. When we do that and we flip-flop those 2, they make 2 different chords. This is a B major, right? And then this, if we follow this all the way up, we've got C major, C sharp, D major, D sharp, E major, F major, F sharp, and guess what? G major. So a part of our whole idea, open G, G at the 3rd fret, G at the 7th fret, and then if we play just the bar chord at the 12th, that's all 4 different versions within our 12-note range. Meaning G major, G major, G major, and G major are all you need to know to also know that open G to 3rd fret can also be bar the 1st fret and then play that G shape at the 4th fret gives you a G sharp, 8th fret, G sharp, and then bar at the 11th or 13th, G sharp, A major, A major, A major, A major. That's the process on how you build your interval. Since you know how to do it from the G major and the C major, this G, G flat, F, E, you could find an E major. If you know that your finger's here on the 1st fret and you're playing an E, when you play these 2 bookends, you have an E. If you put your finger here, you have a C. Those 2 chords are super very close, but very different. The caveat of today is knowing that if we flatten our median, our 3rd, let's say in the key of C major, we could also do it in E major. In the key of E, there's E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. Get rid of my 2 and 4, and I have E, G sharp, and B. Therefore, if I flatten that G sharp to a G natural, I basically take my first finger off this 1st fret and then play it open. So I've got E at the 2nd fret on the D string, open G, open B, and then E at the 2nd fret on the high D string, giving me E minor, opposed to a finger down on the 1st fret on the G, E major, E minor, E major, E minor. If I did C major, I'd have my 1st finger on the C, my 3rd and 2nd finger on the E, which means I have to drop down that E a half step to give me a C minor, because C, D, E, F, G, get rid of D and F and you get C, E, and G. If I flatten my 3rd, I get an E flat. If this is an E, flattening gives me an E flat, meaning 1st fret, open G string, 2nd finger and 3rd finger are going to be playing the 1st fret. The reason why I show spider exercises is to get really mobile at playing individual notes for melodies like right and just the fun stuff. And then the teeter-totters are the most important thing that we do. We learn how to play one shape like this with our 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger, and then we learned how to do it with our second, third, and fourth finger. So when we move this shape up, that G string that was open, we can now cover with our first finger. So on and so forth. So if this is an E minor, sorry. So if this is an E minor, then this is an F minor, F sharp minor, G minor, G sharp minor, A minor. So if you can play an A major, and you can hear that as being A major, you could also play a A minor. If you could play a C major, and you could play a C minor, you could also play a C sharp minor, D minor, so on and so forth. All these chords are movable. And then, as I told you, I'm going to show you the rolls again. So here we go. Our forward roll is going to be a 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1. G, B, D, G, B, D, G, D. You can think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or you can just count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't go as fast as I am, which isn't even really that fast. Good banjo speed for normal banjo playing would take the chords we have, like a C major, C minor, G major, and they would speed those up low. So if you do this exercise, this is probably your first song. These riffs are awesome. Guess what a backwards roll is? You guessed it. It's a forward roll backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. When you have the same chords, C minor and then G major. Here's our C major, C minor, G major. Now try a forward roll and a backwards roll. Forward roll, backwards roll. Forwards roll, backwards roll. When we put them together a little faster, we get. Try the forward and backwards roll with all the chords you know. Try maybe a C major here, and then your C major here. If you have trouble figuring out, remember what these are, just remember. G major, G sharp, A sharp, B major, C major, C sharp, D, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, well E sharp is F, F sharp, and then G again. If you ever have any questions about what chords these do, you can take your G that you know and go down. G, G flat, G double flat, G triple flat, just joking. G major, G flat, F major, E major, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C, C sharp, D sharp. And when we go backwards, C, C flat or B flat, A flat, G, G flat, G flat, G flat, F flat, which is an E. So what we do is we call them one name up and one name down. But for this week, I would say just check out all your chords. C major, C major. And because you have the same concept of taking this shape right here and switching it like that, wouldn't it make sense that a C major up here would have this? If we've got a B right here, wouldn't this be a C? Sounds right to me. C major, C major, C major. And then up here, again, we would have C major for the bar. All right? If you have any questions, give me an email or text and I'll be there for you. If nothing else, I'll see you next week. Aloha.